From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. He's got a man complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Mahomes now on 1st down. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Yeah, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Edwards-Helaire, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They find some open field here. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 8. A big play there for Cincinnati. Here we go. These two teams all tied after one. They'll give it to Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They'll try and run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Go. Max 50, Max 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Mahomes looking deep for Hilton. This is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Mike's 50, Mike. Remember this. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, don't look up. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Let's go, Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's got it to Hilton. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So the 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check the hot read. Check 37. Check 37. Cut up. 48 for Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
48 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready?
On first down, Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. No gun on this defense. Mike's 50, Mike.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 72 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Check 26, check 26.
Again, Edwards-Helaire. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. It's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 164 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Joe Mixon. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 64 yards. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. So we got man.
Mahomes now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's finally out of bounds. But he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. It's Mixon on the counter. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught left side by Hilton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mixon with a first down carry.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Mixon.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Burrow.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cincinnati, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat for just the 2nd time in 11 games so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium. In Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. The numbers for Mixon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out on the field.
And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse.
There he goes, left side. And way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
73 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Williams. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, he's less likely to draw the flag.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They'll try the left side. Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 118 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Tua now on 1st down. Tua hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon, and he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. And we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it is 28-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan, you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Williams to return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Finding room at the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
190 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying
to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Pretty much every... went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's brought down. My, oh my, 250 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Here's a run with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 30 on second down, Tua completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And running the jet sweep here to Parker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going to the air. there. Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. On first down, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Mixon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Pitch and catch there good for 13, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Mixon with a 1st down and more. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 16-yard line. A big gain there on 3rd and long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Tua. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Williams to return. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.